For Tigerdetails.com, Jerit Roser here with Ron Higgins, immediately following LSU's 42-6 defeat of Utah State. And we talked a little bit about it. Now things get really serious where you get into that true gauntlet of SEC play. And first up is a highly ranked Florida team, 7 p.m. Saturday night in Tiger Stadium. Immediate thoughts about how this matchup shakes up, because it looks like it has the potential to be another LSU-Florida classic.
Well, first of all, I already feel like I'm in Florida wearing these shades. Get a nice tan today. It's going to be, as always, LSU-Florida's intense. Last year, LSU lost at Florida. Burrow threw a pick. It was probably maybe his biggest mistake of the year. LSU still almost won. Florida's kind of, they're undefeated going into today against Auburn, but they're down to their number 2 quarterback already. The guy was hardly recruited, but he's played pretty well. They have athletes all over in defense. It's a typical Florida team. They got athletes all over the place, and LSU's got to match them. And this is a game really that will be won on the line of scrimmage and also in space because of the amount of athletes on each team. And from handling recruiting like you do, there's no better recruiting state than Florida for just cranking out 4- and 5-star guys. So it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, and this is one. As you watched some ups and downs with the LSU offensive line early on, and you watched the way Florida started with its pass rush, I think you circle that area. You mentioned some of the games up front. I think that's going to be an interesting area to watch, and you have to be more encouraged after seeing LSU's defense against Utah State, though, going against Florida and its backup quarterback. You mentioned Trask. We'll see how he fares against Auburn, but there's a couple key areas to watch that I think you usually anticipate watching in an LSU-Florida matchup, but once again this year in 2019, that's kind of what you circle or highlight.
If LSU's defense comes out like today, they played really, really fast at the ball. You saw guys swarming, and the 3 interceptions by 3 different people. That's the way LSU got to play this game, because Florida's going to come out in Tiger Stadium, and they're pumped. Like I said, it's got a little bit of edge, a little nasty rivalry. It started like 4 or 5 years ago, and I guarantee there'll be Twitter wars all week between these teams.
For Ron Higgins, Jerit Roser, make sure to keep up with Tiger Details all week, getting ready for that big LSU versus Florida matchup Saturday night.